Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Bienvenidos a otro podcast. This is the Media Master Podcast. Les saluda David Rios. Today's date is Friday, November 17th. Hope you guys are doing great. I am recording this podcast for YouTube and, of course, the audio for Spotify, Apple Podcast, and wherever else you listen to your podcast. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the 2023 Latin Grammys. Last night, and this year was different because they took place in Sevilla. So I want to send a big shout out to all the Latin Grammy nominees that went out to Sevilla for this big celebration. Definitely the biggest Latin music event, and that is the Latin Grammys. So in case you don't know who I am, if this is your first time checking out my podcast or this video, my name is David Rios. I am a media and music veteran of 30 years. Been working in this industry all of my life. My first job was in radio. Worked in TV, radio, award shows. And this is basically what I've been called to do, and I really enjoy it. Music is very powerful, and I feel super blessed that in one way or another, music has always been part of my job, part of my career, and part of what I do for a living. It's really everything. This is what's opened up many doors for me. So let me go over the winners, some of the nominees, some of the categories that took place last night in Sevilla. The song of the year went to Shakira. Shakira is one of the popular artists of the Recording Academy, between Carlos Vives, Shakira, Juanes. Really, the Colombians are the ones most of the time taking a majority of the awards, but not always. One thing I do want to notice, I do want to mention, is that, in case you didn't know, the Grammy Awards are chosen by peers. I'm a voting member of the Grammys and the Latin Grammys. And in order to vote, you need credits. You need some type of production credit. Could be engineering, producing, songwriting, performing, recording, singing, anything, liner notes, music videos, anything that contributes to the creation of the song. If you have, I think the latest number is 6 credits. If you have at least 6 credits, you are eligible to be a voting member of the Recording Academy. So having said that, I was talking to some people today. Some friends texted me today, wanted to get my opinion on a specific category within the Latin Grammys called the Best Tejano Album, right? The Best Tejano Artist. Tejano, it's a style of music. It's a style of Mexican-American music. What reggaeton is to Puerto Rico, what cumbia is to Colombia, what hip-hop is to LA, New York, what country is to Nashville. Tejano music is to Texas. Essentially, it's a cultural type of music that incorporates sometimes the accordion, sometimes horn sections. It's definitely its own unique style, and it's something that comes out of Texas. So the Latin Grammys has a Best Tejano Album category, and every year it doesn't cease to surprise me how a lot of people really critique the Recording Academy because certain artists are nominated that aren't necessarily well known. So just let me backtrack a little bit. In order to win a Grammy or a Latin Grammy, you are voted on by your peers. Your peers are the ones who vote for the quality of the recording, the songwriting, the engineering. Basically, it's the best of the best. In order to win a Grammy or a Latin Grammy, your product needs to be the best recorded product, song, album out there. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're selling out stadiums, if you're selling out shows, if you're playing 3, 4, 5 times a week. If you're putting out, if your song is not nominated, chances are it's because the members of the Recording Academy didn't vote on it. So it's not a popular vote. The Grammy Awards is not a popular vote. It's a peer-to-peer award, right? It's from one peer to another. So that's why sometimes you see artists nominated that are obscure artists. A lot of people don't know about them, but they are well known within the industry. So perfect case in point that I'm going to make here is the Tejano category. So we can go through all the different categories, but I want to talk about the Tejano category in this podcast specifically. In the Tejano category, there was some nominees, two well-known Tejano artists, Gary Hobbs and Jay Perez, pioneers in the Tejano music industry. They've been around since the 80s, maybe late 80s, early 90s. They're your staple Tejano sound, right? So they got nominated. Another artist that was nominated, his name is Juan Trevino. Not a lot of people know the name Juan Trevino because he's not an artist that tours a lot. You don't see him in venues a lot. You don't see him in music festivals. But he is one of the best producers, songwriters, musicians out there. He participates in a lot of other artists' productions. So he put out his own production, he put on his own album, and sure enough, the Recording Academy members decided they were going to vote for him and nominate him. Well, the awards last night, they were announced, and Juan Trevino got the Best Tejano Album Award. So a big shout out, big congratulations to Juan Trevino. His album is called Para Empezar a Amar. And so I just wanted to bring this up and record this podcast to congratulate all the nominees to begin with, and also, of course, to congratulate the winners. Everybody who participated in these albums deserve a recognition, whether they won the Grammy or not. Just the fact of being nominated is a big, big honor. In case you didn't know, all the nominees get a nice little medallion, a Grammy medallion, but of course, only the winners get the actual trophy, the actual gramophone. Among the people who participated in the Juan Trevino album, people that I know personally, good friends of mine, El Güero, Jorge Hernandez, Ernie, and Carlos Alvarez, a bunch of people that I know, members of the Recording Academy, participated in the creation of this album. So I want to congratulate them all for winning the award. In terms of Gary Hobbs and Jay Perez, let's try again next year, And what I tell all of these artists, a lot of these people, if you're not winning, if you're not getting nominated, if you're not a member, you should be a member, because members are the ones who get to vote. So if you're getting nominated and if you're not voting, then you're not helping out your cause. So un saludo a todos los artistas, los creadores de la música, que se hagan miembros de la Academia de la Grabación so that they can be voting members in the Grammy process, okay? So Gary Hobbs, Jay Perez, Proyecto Insomnio, Vlax, congratulations to all of you guys. I hope you're members of the Recording Academy so that you can vote for your own album next year. Y pues también para Juan Trevino, big shout out to Juan Trevino. So once again, just goes to show you to take pride in everything you do, give your work the best quality, be a perfectionist, give your fans the best that you could give them, because you never know who you're going to go up against. You might be going up against legends, and you might be a new artist, and guess what? You're going to get nominated, and you might even win a Grammy Award. In the previous podcast that I have published, I talk about keep going, never giving up. Just keep at it, rolling up your sleeves, working hard to get to where you want to be, to accomplish new goals, to get discovered. So just like a lot of people are discovering this new Tejano artist called Juan Trevino, that's how I was discovered also. When I went to work at Univision, the way I got discovered was publishing videos on YouTube, and I was also promoting concerts here in Austin. So a lot of people don't know that how I got started working in Univision. I already had a career in radio. I had already been working at the Grammy Awards, but I was in between jobs, right? I had just finished graduate school. It was hard to get a job, and I was promoting shows. I was promoting music. I was promoting concerts, and I was uploading my promotions, my street team. I was doing a lot of flyer distribution. This was before Facebook. I was uploading it here to my channel on YouTube. And somebody, an executive at Univision, caught wind of it, saw what I was doing, that I was promoting shows, and they called and asked me if I wanted to contribute to their newscast, because they were looking for somebody to create content for them that was music related. So I was doing this and caught somebody's attention. They reached out to me, and that started an 11-year career working at Univision. So this goes back again to my point about Juan Trevino. Here's an artist who's putting out his own music, doing his own studio sessions, and he gets recognized by the Recording Academy, gets recognized by the Grammy Awards, and all of a sudden he's nominated, going up against Tejano music heavyweights like Jay Perez and Gary Hobbs. So do what you do it with passion, and you're gonna get noticed, you're gonna get compensated, people are gonna turn your way, and if you're doing something good, somebody will take notice and they're going to knock on your door. You're going to get a nominee. You're going to get a job offer. You're going to get invited to collaborate on all of these different projects. You never know. So find something that you're good at, something that you enjoy doing, something that you would probably do for free, and just work on it. Work on your craft. Keep doing it. Keep publishing. Keep promoting. And somebody's going to eventually take notice and doors are going to open. This is it. This is the Media Master Podcast. I'm going to keep it nice and short. Talking about the Latin GRAMMYs that happened last night in Sevilla. Once again, congratulations to all the nominees and, of course, to all the winners. Visit my website, davidrios.tv. I've got links to all my social media sites, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter X. You can also check out some of my previous podcasts, some of my blogs, and I also have an online course, media production course. If you like what you see here, I've got a course that's available. You can enroll in it and start learning media production today. That is it for the Media Master Podcast. We'll see you on the next one. Adios. Hello.